Well, I'm here in our main auditorium. It's been pretty empty, at best sparsely used for the past 84 days, but who's counting? Let me just take a second to say, church, your faithfulness during this season has been absolutely unbelievable. You have done nothing less than give glory to God by how you've carried yourself with courage and wisdom during this time. This coming Sunday, June 14th, marks a historic day in the life of our church. It's a day where we're going to put our best foot forward in reopening live, in-person worship assemblies. As we look forward to this day, we want to do it prayerfully, joyfully, and lovingly, putting our best foot forward with all wisdom from the Lord. On that note, as we strive to have His wisdom, there's going to be a pretty good note of precaution as we come back together. We want to create the safest environment for all of our members on June 14th as we gather again in this place. So here's a few things that you need to know. Number one, our online assemblies are going to continue into the future. In fact, we're not only going to continue them, we're going to pursue excellence like never before, trying to make them better each and every assembly time. So we encourage you, in fact, if you're not feeling well, if you're sick, if you have any health risk at all, please continue to stay at home and watch us through that online offering. Now on June 14th, we're going to have 4 in-person assemblies that you can choose from. Here in this room in our main auditorium and in C105. That's our venue that's on the farthest side, the far east side of our children's building. Both of those assemblies are going to start at 9 a.m. The one here in our main auditorium will be a live assembly. The one in C105, from start to finish, that'll be a virtual experience where we'll be simulcasting the service there. At 5:30 p.m., we're going to have another assembly here in this main auditorium. It won't be like past Sunday night assemblies. It will be an exact replication of what transpired in this room at 9 a.m. Same songs, same sermon, just another time where we're offering where you can come, bring your friends, and be a part of a live worship experience. And then, this one I'm a little bit excited about. At 8:30 a.m., yeah, you heard it right, a little bit earlier in the morning, we're going to have an outdoor assembly. It's going to be in our chapel courtyard. And as the name says, that's over by our chapel building, just to the north of it. 8:30 a.m., we'll see you there. It's also going to be a live assembly, and it'll always be weather permitting. We'll post online the night before or the morning of on if we're going to have that service or not. Whichever assembly you choose, we're excited to have you here. Now here are some specifics that you need to know.
Your first step before you join us for service on Sunday morning is to go online and register for your specific service. The next step is here in the parking lot. And when you pull in, we want to make sure that there's enough space between you and the next car to give adequate space for social distancing. Think of this parking lot as your new atrium. Will?
So once you're out of your car and you're walking up to the front door, you're going to be greeted by our host team. We'll be wearing gloves and masks and our red shirt. You're going to have your printed off copy of your registration. You're also going to be able to use your phone to have your barcode available so we can see which service you're attending and know that you are registered and ready to join us. So come on inside. We're keeping the doors propped open so you don't have to touch any of the handles. And as you come in, you'll be greeted by our great volunteers. We have done some social distancing stickers to let you know. This is a point of fact. If you stand on one of our brown squares, one of the brown tiles, each of those tiles are about 5 feet apart. So you can always stand on one of those squares to know that you're at a good social distance. We have a mask rack as well as a hand sanitizing station for you to use as you come in. If you need a mask, you're welcome to have one. Masks are mandatory for all of our worshipers who are coming on the 14th. This is also where you're going to be dropping your contribution. We will not be passing the plates to collect contributions, so this is where you'll leave it, or you can also give online. And then you'll come in and be greeted by an usher who will take you to your seat. So let's go in the auditorium and see how that's going to look. The usher is going to be making sure that you get your communion. We'll have the communion here for you to pick up your individual communion cup. We have trash cans around the building for you to use. The usher will take you to your seat. Our ushers are going to seat you from the front to the back. And whenever you find where you want to sit, we'll place 2 cards on the chair, and you will be able to push those cards down if you want a little more distance, or you may want to gather those up, but that's your choice to make. Then we'll seat you and you'll be ready for worship. After the service, our ushers are going to be dismissing you row by row just to help not have crowds form, and we'll have a great worship service. We're looking forward to seeing you on the 14th.
Church family, let me encourage you to just continue to stay up to date in this ever-changing world that we live in. Through love and wisdom, we're going to continue to look and put best practices forward. We want to do everything possible to create the safest, most joy-filled, loving environment for all of our members. As we gather together in this place, we look forward to being disciples of Jesus Christ, treating one another with all love to the glory of God. We understand as a church family that Jesus has called us to do some things sometimes that are, to say the least, a little bit uncomfortable, like carrying a cross. Not just every now and then, but take up your cross daily and follow after me. What an awesome experience it's going to be. In those moments where we feel a little bit unnatural, a little bit uncomfortable, realizing in doing those things we're loving others and loving Jesus Christ. It's going to be a great day on the 14th when we gather together again. God bless, church.